Welcome back to the channel, champions of Azeroth. Come dive deeper into the lore with me. Let's see where we left off in Azeroth, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay guys, welcome back to Classic World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria. We're here in the Eastern Plaguelands with Steedle D here, with Fiona, figuring out what is going on with her and her companions, and see what's going on in Eastern Plaguelands. This one will be a long one, so lock in and let's get into it. I love my boys, don't get me wrong, but I told them that I needed 5 minutes to water and brush the horses. And what did they do? They made a stupid bet with each other and ran off. I should have known better. This always happens. Gidwin's the short one. He headed north along the river. If you're headed that direction, would you tell him to come back? We've got to get to Light's Hope Chapel, and I'm not against leaving without him. Fiona, is that you? Whoever you are, would you mind helping me out of this thing? You should have seen me fight. I must have killed 6 of those beasts when... Oh wait, you can count the bodies, can't you? Okay, fine, I killed 4 of them. When the 5th one shot me with this web. To make things even worse, when he blasted me with that web juice, my mouth was open. I can't seem to break these webs, and I doubt you'll be able to either. No, you'll have to get some of the stomach juice from those undead spider things. That'll do the trick. You're back, thank the light. Before you throw that acid on me, I need to ask, are you the girl who was here before? Or are you one of those 8-legged cowards? I need to know whether or not I should smack you on my way out. Sorry about that. I was pretty sure you were one of those spider beasts, doing a bad adventurer impression. How do you do? Gidwin Gold Braids. At your service. I'm in a bit of a hurry back to my caravan, but I was wondering if you might do me one last favor. My pal Fiona runs a small shop, and she could probably use some of those herbs that grow along the river shore. I'm thinking if we give her some nice herbs, she'll be much less likely to murder me. That's my plan, anyway. I'll tear that pint-sized paladin to shreds before he... Wait a minute. Are those Banshee's bells? You brought these for me? Oh, Gidwin asked you to get them for me. That's sweet little guy. Alright, he's off the hook for now. As soon as we stopped, they made a bet about who could kill the most undead in 5 minutes. It's been an hour, and I'm still waiting for them to come back. I saw Terranar run off to the southeast. Unfortunately, I can't leave the caravan here by itself. If you end up traveling in that direction, could you find him and send him back to me? I found them, adventurer, the Scourge. How I've longed for this day. I remember when I was young, I would sneak off into the Ghostlands and just beat up zombies for hours on end. Nobody even paid me. I just did it. Now look in front of you. Those are some serious zombies. I was just about to start beating them up, too. Care to join me? 5 should be good enough. Yikes, look at the time. I need to head back to camp. My traveling companion Fiona runs a small vendor's shop out of her caravan. She and I, along with our friend Gidwin, are all on our way to the Light's Hope Chapel. I'm sure you can join us if you like, though Fiona might be a little mad at me. Fiona always forgets why she's mad if you give her a gift. Kill some of the plague hounds north of here, then bring their blood to Fiona at the caravan, down by the river. She'll love it. We'll talk again. Why, this is exactly what I needed. Fine, I'll forgive Tonnerre for running off. Adventure, you're welcome to join us anytime. Now that the boys are back, we can head out. You headed east? Please join us. I insist. Yesterday we were in the Mender's stead, and I was telling Tonnerre we have 2 paladins and a shopkeeper, but you know what we really need? An adventurer. Don't look at me that way. I'm serious. Come on, hop in the cart. I hope the ride wasn't too bumpy for you. Have a look around the tower while the horses rest. It's no Light's Hope Chapel, but I'm sure you can find some way to keep yourself busy. While we're waiting here at this tower, we might as well see if anyone else is headed to Light's Hope Chapel. The more the merrier, I say. Ask around to see if anyone wants to join us on our trip. I'm sure you can find somebody who's headed to Light's Hope. Argus Highbeacon? That old guy on the top of the tower? Great. A man his age must have been in the Argent Crusade for a long time. Maybe he can put in the good word for us at Light's Hope. The Argent Crusade built these towers to be points of light in the darkness of the Plaguelands. I walked the path between these towers, protecting and maintaining them. The roads have been dangerous lately. Plagued wildlife runs rampant, and bats swoop down upon unsuspecting travelers. It would make the next leg of my journey much easier if you could clear some of this wildlife out of the way for me. Of course, a young adventurer like you would have no trouble taking care of a few wild animals. With the roads clear, my journey to the next tower will be much easier. Can you believe that after all the trouble we have in the Plaguelands, we have to worry about thieves too? And not just normal thieves, troll thieves. And not just normal troll thieves, dead troll thieves. They're led by this big dead troll named Zeldar the Outcast, and they come here at night and steal bodies from our graveyards. They take them back to their evil dead troll hideout, the Undercroft, to the southwest. Go there and take out Zeldar, adventurer. I'm sick to death of his mischief. Great, you got him, and I hope you taught his gang a lesson too. The battle for Darrowshire still haunts me, adventurer. I wake up in cold sweats, convinced that I'm still there, that it is happening all over again. I've coped with the loss of my comrades, but the loss of my family members is still cripplingly painful. One of my kin lost during the attack was my young niece Pamela. If you are brave enough to enter Darrowshire, will you search for any signs of Pammy? Darrowshire's ruins are due south of here. Hello, I'm Pamela. What's your name? My auntie Marlene told me to stay here in our house because my father had to go and fight. My father's the bravest man in the whole world, but I've been here for a long time and he hasn't come for me. Sometimes bad people come and whisper to me and I want my dad to make them go away, but he's not here. And sometimes when it gets dark, I want to play with my doll, but I can't because I left it in town. Will you find my doll for me? You found it. You found my doll. Oh, thank you. My daddy always kept 2 swords, one for fighting with men and one for hunting the animals. I wasn't supposed to touch his swords, but I knew where he hid them. One day, he told my mommy that he was going to fight a lone hunter in the hills to the east, but he brought his animal sword with him. When he came back, he didn't have his sword with him. When Daddy comes back, he'll probably be so happy when I give him his animal sword. Will you go find it? That's my daddy's sword. How did you find it? Did you find the bad hunter? I'm going to play with Dolly, but I don't want to play with Daddy's sword after all. You'd better keep it. Even better, can you give it to my uncle, Carlin? I'm not sure where he is, but sometimes I hear him crying. It sounds like he's nearby to the north. I hope he's not crying for me, adventurer. Will you find my uncle and tell him I'm all right? If you find him, say I'm waiting for him, and I want to hear the story he used to tell. The one about the rabbits and the berry jam. That story is so funny. You've seen Pamela? She's alive? She's dead? No. Oh, Pamela, why does your spirit still suffer in this world? Why are you perished, while fortune keeps me alive? In an instant I would switch places with you, and wander, dead, Darrowshire. A ghost and alone. Ah, but this news cannot change fate. Thank you, adventurer. Now my duty to revenge burns hot as ever. The sword belonged to Joseph Redpath, Pamela's father. Though you probably already knew that, I wish Joseph could again be with his daughter, but it cannot be. His soul was twisted by the scourge, and he became a monster. Pamela's fate is sealed, but perhaps we can change Joseph's fate. A strange gnome arrived here at this tower not long ago. Her name is Chromie. Take that sword to her. I have a feeling she will be able to help us. What is this? A war sword? A butter knife? I'm useless when it comes to blades. Let me see. Ah, this sword was once in the hand of a great man, but there is much tragedy in the man's past. Are you here to help him? It's far too late for him now, but perhaps we can help him in the past. The Annals of Darrowshire tells of the villains of that battle. It tells how the ghoul lord HORDE the Ravager was destroyed by Alliance forces during the battle. He was slain among the foothills north of here, and his skull remains there. Marduk the Black was never defeated, but his fabled sword now rusts ownerless. It can be found near the road to our southeast. Retrieve these items, adventurer. I know not why, but I am certain their fate lies with you. You found them. Well done, adventurer. These relics hold within them the memories of the Scourge forces at Darrowshire. We will need these if we are to save Joseph Redpath. Those druids never give up, I swear. I'd given up on the Plaguelands years ago, but the Cenarian Circle folks keep telling me that the land is not beyond hope. The most recent visitor was a night elf on her way to the fungal veil to the north. She told me these lands will make a full recovery if we try hard enough. I'm not sure I believe her. Do you buy this drivel? Maybe you and her should talk. She should still be up there. I suppose I had better work on my stealth if you were able to find me. Are you interested in helping me heal the Plaguelands? I require a rare reagent for the powerful spell I intend to cast. Skulls from the Scourge who took part in the Battle of Darrowshire. Take this crystal and hunt down Scourge champions for their skulls. The crystal is enchanted. If a champion took part in the battle, then when you pass the crystal over its skull, it will resonate. Bring me those resonating skulls. Go, adventurer. You'll find Scourge champions in the fungal veil to the north. Go. Excellent work, Adventurer. Are you certain you haven't done this before? Scourge forces have made it a point to ensure that nothing survives in the fungal veil. All you will find are husks of rotten mushrooms and scorched grasses. The three corners of the veil are home to 3 large ziggurats, which they use to reanimate their dead and summon new soldiers to the battlefield. Yet, even in this evil, lifeless place, let's find a way to flourish. Take my seeds and plant them in the center of those ziggurats. Prove to them that life will prevail. Even if the flowers died out shortly after they bloomed, they proved our point to the Scourge. They are losing, and we are winning. Thank you for your assistance. You have a keen eye to have seen me here, hidden among the grasses. Ahead of us lies the fungal veil, an area that the Scourge still cling tightly to. They use floating constructs to continually re-plague the land, keeping it vile and polluted. The devices are controlled with runes, which are held by dark adepts and shadow mages. Take the controlling runes that these cultists hold and aim them at the plague disseminators, then overcharge them with this mote. The results should be amusing. The sooner those Scourge are pushed out of the fungal veil, the sooner we can heal it. Thank you, Adventurer. The heroes of Darshire held relics of their own, and inside of those relics lie more precious memories. First, speak with Carlin and obtain the extended annals of Darshire. Within the tome lies the narrative that will drive our incursion through time. Then, you will need to head west to the Maris Stead. The former owner of the Maris farmhouse collected relics from the Battle of Darshire. For what reason, I am not certain. Gather these relics and return to me. You have the relics? Good. I will get to work on resolving any temporal discontinuities. Don't worry, that's not something you have to worry about. You just gather the reagents. Now, Adventurer, you will take part in the Battle of Darshire, and you will save Joseph Redpath. Place this relic bundle in the Darshire town square, and the spirits of Darshire will rise. Join their battle and assure that these two things come to pass. Davil must survive beyond death of Horgus, and Redpath must survive to be corrupted, then defeated. After defeating the corrupted Redpath, his spirit will be saved. Speak with him, then return to his daughter Pamela. The fighting is over. I heard my daddy whisper to me. He scared away all the ghosts, and he says he's coming home. I'm so happy. He also said I should welcome you if you come to our house. So I made some tea. I hope you like lots of sugar. Daddy told me to give you this key. He said it opens a chest out back behind the house. He also wanted me to thank you. Did you do a favor for him? Did you tell him you found my doll? Well, here's a key, and thank you, Adventurer. Thank you. You're a very nice adventurer. The key fits the lock, and the chest opens. I believe the horses are ready. Argus Highbeacon, the gentleman who works with the Argent Crusade, spoke with me earlier. I understand he will be coming with us. That's great. I'll make room for him. I know that you're busy, so there's no hurry. Whenever you're ready, hop into the caravan, and we will proceed to the next tower. We've enjoyed having you ride with us, Adventurer. Hopefully once Gidwin and Tanar join the Argent Crusade, we can continue to travel together. My name is Vextool, and I have watched you fight, Adventurer. You are strong. You killed my master Zeldar, but this does not bother me. I value strength over any loyalty that I held for him. I value strength over anything else. Prove to me one final time your strength, Adventurer. Do so, and I will lend you my strength for whatever purpose you may desire. Yes, you indeed strong, and I submit to you. I will join you and your friend, the Worgen. My strength is yours. Greetings, stranger. You've entered the heart of the Plaguelands. I hope you brought your undead killing gear with you. The plague spreads more slowly these days, so the cult of the damned has stepped up production in order to keep the land brown and dead, as they like it. I've got a plan to stop them. Take my mortar and pestle and use it on living rot from the undead creatures in Koran's Crossing, to the southeast. We're going to make a little present for the cultists. Hello, it's me. Hope you don't mind a little home-brewed magic to allow me to communicate with you in the field. It'll save us both some time. We're going to incorporate that living rot into a mixture that'll ruin their next batch of plague. That'll show them. Some of my counterparts have told me that the land wants to heal, but several high-ranking undead, along with the cult of the damned, are not allowing it to. That means we have to stop them. I've got a plan, but first, you're going to need a cultist disguise. Head southeast into Koran's Crossing and take the clothing from the human cultists that roam there through the town. I'll contact you when you've completed this step. You've got both pieces. Good. These will help when trying to sneak into their death camp. Coagulated rot is potent on its own, but we need something to activate its concealed powers, a catalyst. You can find just such a catalyst to the south in Lake Miradar. If you look down, you'll notice that I slipped a set of flasks into your bags while you weren't looking. These flasks can be used on the water elementals in the lake. The living, corrupted water that flows through their bodies will be the perfect catalyst. Uh-oh, it looks like we may have gathered a little too much coagulated rot. Oh well, we'll just have to improvise. What could possibly go wrong? Now mix a tiny amount of the rot into the water and mix thoroughly. There, that's it. The solution will still be very powerful and we only need a little bit of it. On the lake's southeastern border, you will find a plague cauldron with several cultists nearby. Put on your cultist disguise, then approach the cauldron and put in 1 drop of the solution you made. No more, or you may risk your very life. It should take them weeks to get their operation running again. Thank you, adventurer. I love the sea. Yes, it was I, Friedrich Kalston, who introduced the sea life to that lake in the southwest. I had hoped to provide the crusade with a source of fresh food from within the borders of the Plaguelands. However, some of the fish turned out to be predators, and they now terrorize the other animals. If we're not careful, they will kill them all. Swim down to the bottom of the scar and save some snails, crabs, and pufferfish before it's too late. They didn't survive the trip out of the water as well as I had hoped. Oh well, seafood salad for Friedrich tonight. As soon as we arrived here at Light's shield tower, those 2 lunkhead paladins ran off to Light's Hope Chapel. It's still a ways away, but if we're going to follow Argus along this tour of the towers, this is about as close as we're going to get. Check in on them and make sure they're all right. I know they can handle themselves, but still, it'd make me feel better to know that you were watching over them while I'm stuck here with the caravan. I can't believe it. We're literally feet away from becoming sworn members of the Argent Crusade. We'd be in there already if it weren't for Tanar's dallying. If he doesn't quit chatting with the locals soon, I'm going to head in there myself. I've always wanted to join the Crusade. It's the reason I became a paladin. Years of practice, honing my craft, I'm finally ready. Tanar thinks he's ready too, but I'm not sure. He's a bit of a showboat, and he never took his lessons seriously. Still, we promised we'd do this together, and here we are. Shall we head into the chapel now? Welcome to Light's Chapel. You wish to join the Crusade? Very well, we have plenty of tasks for new recruits, but first, a test. Behind our chapel, you will find a small crypt. Interred within are the bodies of our fallen heroes, those who give their lives in the war against the Scourge. Their spirits are at peace, but they return intermediately to test new members of the Order. The 3 of you may test together. Enter the crypt, then read from this scroll. Lord Raymond George, my predecessor, will preside over your test. Remember that your ancestors always watch over you. As a sister of the Argent Crusade, you will join a family that has a long line of such fallen ancestors. Their vigil and protection will be your strength as you press forward against the Scourge. Congratulations, Tanar, Gidwin, and Adventurer. Welcome to the Argent Crusade. We have problems maintaining our food supplies here in the Far East. Around here, the only manner of beasts unaffected by the ravages of the plague are the carrion worms. While rather bland in taste, the meat of the worms can easily be preserved to last for months. We need several hundred more pounds to be fully stocked. While you can find carrion worms all over the Plaguelands, they can be found in a particular high density to the south of the chapel. And remember, larger worms mean more meat. May the Earth Mother watch over you. Bless you, young one. Hey there, interested in making a buck? I need to get a bandage. Well, actually, I've got a friend who needs a bandage. Well, actually, let's just say it's complicated, but if you go get this bandage, you make money, and so do I. And my friend, possibly other people, Stephen Broman, used to own the mill to the north. Now he's dead, a zombie. The guy at the top wants to have the wrappings from Broman's body. What's the matter? You don't like money? Well, someone who goes and gets things done. Here's your cut, sweetie. I'll be seeing you around. Roman's mill to the north is infested with undead. The noxious glade, even farther to the north, is even more heavily infested. Despite their proximity to our chapel, we have been unable to completely remove them. Vigilance is key. Travel into the noxious vale and slay as many undead as you can, and the cultists that roam among them. While there, make sure to avoid Garganox, the flesh giant that roams the vale. I suspect you are not strong enough to defeat him. You've returned sooner than I expected. Excellent. We will continue our path into the north. Next, you will be completing a similar task, this time in Northdale. The Noxious Glade is a quagmire both literally and figuratively. There's enough scourge up there to give us trouble for the rest of both our lifetimes. They can reanimate the weaker ones when they die. Adventurer, they will never stop coming if we don't do something. Take these blades and drive them through the corpses of any scourged troopers you find. The blade is simple, but its enchantment will prevent the dead bones from being reanimated forever. Our duty for the day is done. It is only a matter of time before we defeat the Scourge. Today we made progress. The Brotherhood of Light has a history of brash, thoughtless decisions. They bridged a gap between the Scarlet Crusade and the Argent Dawn. They were among the first to plunge into Northrend, while many of us lingered behind. However, they also have a history of getting results, which I respect. They fight on two fronts now. One, battle in Stratholme, more immediate battle to the south at Tyr's Hand. I suggest you speak with Angela dos Santos at Tyr's Hand. You may be of service. An adventurer? Just what we needed. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. We were only given 100 men to complete this mission, and we're already down by one. Our scout was sent into the enemy stronghold to clear out some of the guards that patrolled the area, and to send off a flare so we could enter with coordinated attack. Our 99 remaining men lie at the ready, waiting for that flare. I need a talented adventurer like you to sneak into Tyr's Hand, take out as many of their guards as possible, and then set off that flare. Are you up to it? The flare is fully assembled, and the matches lie unused next to the fuse. The fallen Argent Centurion got much closer to setting off this flare than you had guessed. One of the key fortifications within Tyr's Hand is the barracks, which lies right next to this flare. The Brotherhood of Light and their Centurions will need all the help they can get in sacking it. I will be handling things from here, adventurer. Fine, you want an assignment? I suppose I can afford to send you in on a mission or two. This battle was won before it started. Right now, we're just shooting for style points. Within these barracks, the sniveling Scarlet Crusade cling to their priceless artifacts, even though some of the objects are too holy for their now undead hands to touch, so they keep them in chests, hidden from the world. You will find these artifacts and bring them back to me. They belong to be among the Argent Crusade. They belong in the hands of the righteous. Well done, adventurer. I will deliver these to Tyrus when we return. One of the more vile members of the Scarlet Crusade, Mattis the Wrathcaster, lurks within the barracks dungeon. Underneath suits his dark manner. Were I younger and on the front lines, I would run him through myself. As things are, I'm left behind to lead our forces from the rear, so I leave the pleasure to you. You're well on your way to becoming a true champion of the light, adventurer. Well done. Scarlet Commander Marjan is cunning, shrewd, and willing to do anything to win a battle. Before all these things, however, she is loyal. I have no doubt you'll find her in the barracks' central chamber, fighting under a crimson banner, until she either wins or dies. Make sure it's the latter. Good. These barracks are as good as fallen. We've already lost half of a dozen men to a hail of bullets and arrows coming from atop this fortress. I haven't seen the face of the enemy that's firing, but I don't need to. I know the name of the man up there. Leopold. That's right. There's only one man up there picking off my men one by one, and from what I can see, there's only one of you. Sounds like a fair fight to me. One less thing to worry about. Nice work up there. The Scarlet Crusade maintains a well-fortified abbey in the lower western tier of Tyr's Hand. The abbey will need to be secured before proceeding any further into the stronghold. Well met, adventurer. Can I trust you to assist me in taking this abbey away from these abominations? A few of our men didn't make it through portals which were supposed to open inside this very abbey. You're already proven yourself elusiveness and battle hardiness. Now I need you to do so again. The abbey has two wings, a library and a halls of arms. In each wing, you should find a portal. Use this keystone on these portals. Doing so should force them open, allowing our remaining shock troops to take this abbey. The abbey will fall shortly. We can soon move on, deeper into Tyr's Hand. The fate of the Scarlet Crusade is tragic, if somewhat ironic. At one point, they led the charge of humanity against the undead. Now, they reassemble those corpses that they once hunted. What caused their descent into undeath isn't certain, but it doesn't make them any less dangerous. One of their deadliest was an assassin who went by the name of Rohan. We have intel that places him atop the bell tower in this very abbey. Find him and kill him, adventurer, and try not to die on the way. The death of Rohan eases my spirits a bit. I once fought beside him, you know. He was an emissary of the Scarlet Crusade, one of the few that deigned to join us in our battle against Kel'Thuzad. So many years ago. How quickly things change. I'll say we've done enough damage to these barracks to call this a win. A commander, a huntsman, and a warlock, all slain, not to mention the relics that we have liberated, or shall I say, you liberated. The cathedral still remains, but not for long. Talk with Archmage Angela de Santos in the central courtyard. The fate of Tyr's Cathedral falls in her able hands. Sound like Corfax really cleaned house over at the barracks. It's very much like him to show off like that. Can you sense it? The taint is already lifting from this building. A holy building wants to be holy, and villains like Rohan and the rest of his scarlet scum only hold it back. With the abbey secure, we are a step closer to taking Tyr's hand. Report the results of our strike to Angelina. She should be leading the charge on the cathedral from somewhere in the center of the town. Good. The abbey is ours. I never doubted Ilgor's ability for a moment. Well, I'm glad that Igor and Colfax left some fun for me. It was a battle unto itself to keep them from rushing headlong into the middle of this cathedral. That's your job, after all. The cathedral lies ahead of us, the last real bastion of scarlet power remaining within it. Crusader Lord Vladimir sits atop Tyr's hand crumbling pulpit of lies. There will be no escape. There will be no mercy. The last simmering vestiges of Scarlet Crusade end here. Slay him. While I can't agree with their method, I can't argue with their results. In many ways, the Scarlet Crusade were well-intentioned, but their zeal grew too strong, and their hate blinded them to reason. I only hope that the same doesn't happen to our Brotherhood of Light. Tyros has given us our next task, slaying more undead in Northdale. Gidwin is excited to move forward, but I think we should show a little more caution. Let's meet up with Fiona. She should be at the next tower by now. East Wall Tower, I think it's called. It's close by to the northwest of Light's Hope. We can rest there and plan our attack on Northdale. Hello, adventurer. Glad to see you've rejoined the caravan. Tanar and Gidwin arrived here before you. Talnir's just right there, and Gidwin's, well, he's in a little bit of a mood right now. I think he's in the tower. With your contributions to the food stores, my current assignment is complete. I will be heading north to the Plaguewood next. I understand you may be headed in the same direction. Do you mind if I join you on the road? I will head northwest to the East Wall Tower. If you're interested in teaming up, you can meet up with me there. You brought us a shaman from the Earthen Ring, no less? I have no idea how we'll fit him in the caravan, but we'll find a way. Welcome aboard, Rimblat Earthshatter. I know we're supposed to head to Northdale, but that can wait, right? Besides, this lovely little goblin was just telling me about some scourge that are even closer by. So apparently there's this Nerubian underlord named Ziklar that has been trying to make a name for himself even since the Lich King was slain. He set up camp of undead to our north. Sure, Tyrus wants us to kill banshees in Northdale. We'll get to that, but let's kill this Nerubian first while we're close. I couldn't stop him while you and Tanar were out. Giddy ran north all alone. Tanar, you should have known better. Gidwin gets so impatient sometimes, and you only egg him on. If Giddy gets into any trouble, I'm blaming you for this. North of here, west of Northdale, you will find the corpulent maggot beast, Borogor. I've lost entire regiments to that monster. His size knows no bounds. The more he eats, the greater his girth becomes. While I would not suffer any emotional harm should the beast devour you, I would prefer that you were the victor. Borogor has been known to devour others who tried to hunt him. Keep this up, and I may have to keep you here in Eastwall, adventurer. The moss flare of Zul Marshar spit in the face of the light. They cannibalize, they criminalize, they prioritize the forces of evil over good. I advise that you remove their eyes and give rise to the demise and the goodbyes of the unwise. You will travel north and you will rain down on them with righteous justice, indignation, adventurer. The fury that they have wrought in their eyes of the light shall be channeled through you. Oh, hallelujah, and praise to the light, my sister. It is time that I ask a favor of you, adventurer. Far to the north of East Wall Tower, hidden among the hills, is the Mossflare capital city of Zulmashar. It was there that I was born, and here that I die. The traitor Thresgen sits atop Zulmashar's ziggurat. It was my very right to be there, but he took the seat from me with treachery and deceit. He is not strong, he is weak. I will meet you in Zulmashar, and we will kill him, your strength and mine together. My duty is not over yet. In many ways, this was the easy step. This is the last time you will see me, adventurer. I am leaving the caravan. If you want to continue fighting by my side, hang on to Thresgen's body. I can wait for a while longer. When you are ready to say goodbye, throw the body into the bonfire atop Zulmarshar's ziggurat. Thank you for your companionship, adventurer. You were strong. Vixtol has passed on into the next realm. Your job here in Zulmashar is done. Wait, what's this? Voltex must have dropped it on his way into the fire. Damn that dwarf. He's always getting me in trouble with Fiona. Look at her. She won't even talk to me. I'm going to stay here and try to mend my friendship with our Worgen friend. Would you mind going out and making sure Gidwin is alright? I'm sure he's fine. He knows how to take care of himself. He headed north. He can't have gone far. You didn't see him? Where could he have gone then? His prayer book? Why would he leave that behind? Oh, by the light, what have I done? This is my fault. I ignored his warnings, his complaints, everything. I couldn't help myself. I saw those scourge just beyond the tower, and I had to go kill them. Argus says that Gidwin was taken northwest, and that's our only lead. So that's where we'll head. Northdale and the Argent Crusade be damned. We're getting Gidwin back from those Scourge trash. Time is wasting, adventurer. Every minute we waste gives the Scourge another chance to kill Gidwin. If he isn't dead already. Not that I think he is. Giddy may be a stick in the mud, but when it comes down to it, he can swing the light like a champion. Adventurer, please, I ask your help. Something's happened to my people. Our commander ranger, Lord Hawkspear, came upon an item of magical energy, and my friends, my family, they succumbed to its seductive power. They're corrupted, adventurer, all of them. My Ilaria wouldn't want to live like that, nor would any of my brothers. Please put them out of their misery. Queltharian Lodge is not far. It is just up the hill to the northwest. Do not feel sorry for me. Those were my friends that you saw at Queltharian Lodge, but they were already as good as dead. We paladins are normally taught to exercise judgment and control when dealing with foes, but this is an emergency, and I never paid too much attention to my trainers anyhow. I'm going to head into the Plaguewood and find out what I can about Giddy. You deal with the Scourge just to our northeast, on the other side of this tower. The undead don't fear death, but if you beat them enough, their tongues might slip and we may get some clues to Gidwin's location. Sounds like you were successful. Hopefully this is enough information to find Gidwin. I have seen many things in my day, adventurer. The peaks of Mount Hyjal, the oddities of Outland, and a wall of scourged soldiers proceeding into war, but I have never seen a bat as big or as shockingly white as Duskwing. How he taunts me from his roost. The albino demon bat circles to the southwest of here, due north of Blackwood Lake. Track him down and destroy him. If he flies too high for you to reach, use my flare to get his attention. Excellent work. I can now continue my work without the distractions of that great white beast. I shall fashion this fur into something you can use. Tadar wasn't joking when he said that he didn't care about judgment and caution. He nearly took off that high elf's head as he ran into the Plaguewood looking for Gidwin. You should go after him. The Plaguewood is a big place, adventurer. Good luck. I hope to see you three come out of the woods in one piece. I haven't found anything but brainless undead, and plenty of them. I was about to kill my way into Stratholme when you arrived. Did you have any more success? I've been collecting the skulls of the skeletons I defeat. I've amassed a small pile of them. If you come across any skulls, you are welcome to add them to my pile. The huge pile of skulls seems to keep the waves of undead at bay, and well, it also just makes me happy to look at it. May my pile never stop growing. The Battle of Darashar was one of the many tragedies that we humans suffered at the hands of the Scourge. Its effects are still felt even today. Many of the town's valiant defenders now roam again as the ghastly servants of the Scourge. We will end their misery. Hunt cannibal ghouls here within the Plaguewood. Many of these fiends were once the good folk of Darkshire, and destroying their forms now will set their souls free. It is good to hear you found the tortured souls of my brethren and freed them. I find my strength renewed, knowing at least some of the defenders of Darkshire no longer wallow in the vile subservience of the Scourge. You can't just kill the Scourge, they will come back. You must destroy the vile matter that makes up their being, and even then they may come back as specters. Few undead use as much mass as the lumbering abominations. Kill them, then burn their bodies. You will find them all over in the Plaguewood. Never let your rage dissipate, adventurer. Remember, these abominations are sewn together from the bodies of good people. Their crime is that they exist. A blessed fire cleansed even the most corrupt of flesh. They stood no chance in the face of the light. Baroness Anastar holds him here in the Plaguewood. The Plaguewood is a big place, but we will find him. We will find Gidwin. Immediately to our east and our west are a pair of necropoli that flank the entrance of Stratholme. Inside them, you will find a pair of Death Knights, Rivendare's lieutenants. I doubt either would have any use for a paladin hostage, but perhaps they will have some information on his location. We've got to keep moving. We're getting so very close. The note is from Baroness Astari, and it describes the ritual that is about to happen in the Plaguewood's central slaughterhouse, just south of where Terranar is at. This could be where they are holding Gidwin. Terranar will want to know about this, and quickly, before it's too late. This is it. If this missive is to be believed, then he's literally right over this hill. What are we waiting for, adventurer? Quickly, find an entrance to the slaughterhouse to the south. I will meet you on the inside. Be ready to fight. You have no idea how happy I am to see you two. You're a sight for sore eyes that have been staring through a banshee for far too long now. I'm sorry for causing so much trouble. Will you take me back to the caravan? To the south, gutless cultists are focused on a grim task, reanimating enormous hunks of flesh to create giants known as corpse beasts. Luckily for us, these giants are still lifeless and weak. Take this charm. Using it will place a font of holy energy on the ground. If you can manage to place 3 of them near one of the corpse beasts that the cultists are reanimating, the holy energy should overload it, destroying its body forever. You're a true champion of the light, adventurer. I wish you luck in your future endeavors, wherever they might take you. If you need anything in the future, you can always find me here, knee-deep in the corpse of the slain. With the recent unfortunate developments involving Gidwin, it might not be wise for a man my age to take the dangerous trip through the Plaguewood. This is fine. I can visit the Plaguewood Tower on my next trip around the loop. I do, however, have a delivery that I need to get to Judkins. You are younger than I and stronger in combat. Will you take this delivery to him? Phew, every time Argus comes plodding through that Plaguewood, I fear it to be his last. It's good to see that he's wise enough to send a young blood like you in his stead. I like to check in on Augustus in Terradale every once in a while, just to make sure he's all right. Some of his undead cope with the plague better than others. I suppose Terradale is west of here. Would you mind checking in on him for me? You've come to the right place, lady. No place better than Terradale. Yes, sirree, that's right. The Jewel of Lordaeron. I'm ready for business. What do you want? Oh wait, I can't open up shop without receipt book. How am I to keep track of things without my receipt book? I must have left it in town somewhere. I had a room in the inn. The book must be there. Bring me my book. Please bring it to me. Bring me my book, and you'll see. I'll set up shop, and you'll see that my prices are insane. There it is, and oh my, I forgot how full it was. This is a glorious day, adventure. Stupendous. Insanely good, I say. The people of Terradale, they were sick. Then they turned bad. Definitely not good times. The pigs, though, they also got sick. What did pigs do to deserve to get sick? Ha 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 ha. Nothing. People I can forget about, but the bad pigs still make me sad. If you kill them, though, I might get happy. I see them, can you, the little pig spirits, on their way to the great sty in the sky. I once worked for the so-called Banshee Queen, Sylvanas, as an apothecary. I used to admire her, but something's changed within her. She's not herself anymore. I broke my vows with the Forsaken and joined the Crusade. Now, I use my knowledge of alchemy to seek a counter-plague agent, and the Plaguewood is the perfect place to do so. I need to resupply a few reagents, any of which can be found within the Plaguewood. I'll pay you if you can find any of these items. I love the smell of fresh foot scrapings, don't you? If we're going to find a cure to the plague, we need to get creative with our ingredients. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to work. I've had just about enough of the funk of this place. Undead stink is bad enough, and then you add mushrooms to the mix? I hate mushrooms. I'm going to head back to Lightsoap Chapel, Adventure, and I'm taking Tanar and Fiona with me. I think we've all earned a well-deserved break. Let me give you this. It's my Hearthstone. You can use it to travel instantly back to Lightsoap Chapel. I won't need it. I'm going to be riding in the caravan, in the front seat. You've been more help than anyone expected of you, adventurer. The doors of my caravan are always open to you. The boys and I have even put together a little something special for you to take your pick. Okay, that concludes our adventures in Eastern Plaguelands, guys. Figured out a little bit more about Direshire, helped out Palmala and her dad. Then we helped out Fiona, Gidwin, and Terranar to join the Argent Crusade. And now we're here with Geek Nozzle Rocket. I believe he's going to take us either into Swamp of Sorrows or the Badlands. I think it's Badlands, because it's Fuse Light. But we'll see when we get there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up down below. It helps out a ton. If there's anything I can do to make these videos more enjoyable for you, leave a comment down below. And I hope you guys are subbing so you guys get notifications of every upload I do. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Peace.